Hello guys, how are you doing? Let me trust you're doing good. Welcome once again to today's video. Today, I have this super nice laptop. This is HP Zbook 14U G6. The problem with this laptop is that the customer say this laptop is not powering on. As you can see, when I try to switch it on, I can't see it powering on. I am not going to plug in the power adapter because we don't know. We don't know exactly what is going on with the motherboard. Maybe the motherboard is shorted. Maybe there's something we just need one attempt of plug-in and then everything blow up. So I am not going to do that. So the first step we need to do is to disassemble this laptop. We open the back lid. We check the physical inspection. We test with the digital multimeter. We measure whether we have any short in the main power line. Then from there, we will know whether it is safe to plug in the power or not. Yes, that is exactly what you're going to do. So give me 1 or 2 minutes to open up the back lid and then we check exactly what's going on with the motherboard. Then from there, we'll be able to do the pair. So give me a few seconds. The back lid is out. So I have removed the back lid. As you can see, okay, so I believe the laptop wasn't powering on because the battery is disconnected. You can see the battery is disconnected. However, I can see this battery seems something tight. I don't know. Let us hope it is not something big. I see some whitish substance here. Okay, let us hope that is not something to worry about. So we are going to try and see whether we can see any physical problem. And then from there, after we check the physical inspection, if we are not able to see anything wrong, our next step is to test with the digital multimeter to measure the main power line, to measure the output power lines. We see whether there is anything wrong. Okay, I can't see anything physical. I can't see anything physical. Next thing to do after the physical inspection, next thing to do is to measure. We're going to test the main power line and then we're also going to test this step down lines. Then from there, at least we will be able to narrow down the problem. The meter in the tripping mode, and then we put one probe to the ground and then another probe to the main power line. And our main power line is this RSS resistor, which is telling me it is not sure that. What about this circuit generating the main power line? Not sure that. What about this one? This is the circuit for the Wi-Fi card, it is good. The LDO line, good. This line, good. The LDO 3.3, good. No, this is 5.0, and then this is the 3.3, which also good. Yeah, which is good. What about the circuits for the GPU? Because I believe this laptop has a GPU inside here. That one is good. 3.2 good because that's the circuit for the GPU. 3.1 good. This one also is good. So this 3.1 ohms is the resistance from the GPU. Yes, those are the resistance from the GPU. This one. Now this one, there is something wrong with here because I have 0 ohms resistance there. So I don't know. So right now we have our suspect here, which I'm not sure what's causing this line to get shorted. Maybe the GPU or there's something wrong there. The CPU 4.0, which is good. 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 Okay, right now, the only issue which I suspect is this circuit, the main power line, which is good. So the output of that line is having some issues. Now, since we found out that the main power line is not sure, that means it is safe to plug in the power. That means it is safe to plug in the power. So we are going to plug in the the blue pin and check for ourselves what actually is happening, whether the laptop can power on, whether it will not. When plug in, there's nothing happening. Nothing. It is just okay. Since you have nothing, you're going to test the voltages. You're going to test whether there's any voltage which enters into the CPU because that's exactly what needs to be done. The first thing you need to measure the short. After the short, the next thing to do is to measure the voltages. And the voltages you're going to check is the main voltage, that is the main power line. And the main power line has nothing. It has zero. What about the input? You check the input of the main power line. The input is in. This one is in, except we don't have the voltage output. Except we don't have the voltage output from the circuit generating the main power line. So I'd like us to disassemble this. We have to work on the motherboard from the bench. So give me a few minutes to open it and then we check. Finally, so the motherboard is out. So we are going to do more checking, more testing, more inspection. Since the IC which is not switching the power is this interseller, we are going to focus more on this chip. So let us test these switches whether they are good. We test whether they are shorted to themselves or what actually is making high side MOSFET good, low side good, low side good, high side good. Okay. There is a resistor behind here. This is a 100 ohm resistor. So, and I believe I got what is not happening. So there's this resistor here. This resistor, it is labeled 100 on top. Meaning what? Meaning it should have 10 ohms resistor. But to our surprise, it is blown up. It is reading nothing. Since it is reading nothing, first we are going to check the voltage whether it is switching, whether it is even arriving there. So plugged in, voltage mode, then I have ground and then positive to this resistor. The input of this resistor is 20. What about the other side? The other side is 0. So I believe we got a problem. Our problem is this resistor which is blown up. So I don't know actually what makes that resistor to blow up. So for us to fix that, we need to replace that resistor. We need 10 ohm resistor to put it there. I have a motherboard here, and then this motherboard is a different, this is 840G3, and it is having the same resistor here, which is 100 ohms. So first, we are going to test whether this resistor here, which we are going to replace, whether it is good or not. I know it might not be feasible to you, but I love you. I would like you to trust me, and then so continue the mode. You want to check whether this resistor is having the 10 ohms, which is supposed to be there. And actually, you can see it is having 10.5 ohms, which is good. The other one, which is blown up, it should have the same reading, but it is having a definite resistance. So it means this resistor is already blown up. So what you're going to do, we are going to replace that. So let me have my hot on, and then we need to replace our friends here. We start with the faulty one. The faulty one is this one from the Zbook. I don't know exactly what really killed this resistor or what actually the faulty resistor is out. Now we need a good one here. Now it is out. So we want it here. This is 100 ohm resistance. So you're going to put not 100 but 10. The 10 ohms resistance is sold at the back. What is the next business? The next business is to test. The next business, you see, we've replaced the resistor there. Still hot. So let us see. Let us pray that that resistor actually is alone. It's the only one which got blown up. And then we expect the rest of the motherboard should be good. There's another resistor here which is labeled 4R7. 4R7 resistor should read 4.7. So let us see whether it is having 4.7 ohms. This one, 4.7, which is good. Let us plug in the power and then see whether it will power on or not. 1, 2, 3, nothing. Still nothing. It is not powering on. Let us see the voltage, whether we were able to have the voltage go past, whether you're able to have the voltage go past that resistor. Probe the input of the resistor, 20 ohms. The output is nothing. Okay, the same resistor got blown up in seconds. Really? Let us see. And actually, it's got blown up. You see, right now it is reading 300, 380 ohms, and it's supposed to be, and it is supposed to be to read what? We are supposed to have like 10 ohms. So what really is happening? So I believe the reason why that resistor is getting blown up because we also have a problem to do with this controller. This intersil chip probably is the one which is also making sure this resistor has got shorted because it is taking more than the current more than what is supposed to take. This is 2.0 what 0 ohms, which is good. Now, to cut the long story short, we are going to replace both of them. We are going to have this resistor replaced. I'm going to replace the resistor from the back, and at the same time, I am going to replace this chip. So first of all, let me confirm whether I have the replacement chip there. I need intersil what? I need intersil 9241, and this is my box for the chips. I need the chip 9241, 9241H, and we can extract from this other motherboard. This is a dead motherboard. 9538. I don't want that. I want 9241. 9538. Fuck, I have so many 9538. And when I need 9538, I love 9241. And when I need 95, I am getting 92s. That is a big deal. This is also big Q. Hey, if not 95, it is big Q. Hey, okay. I am not getting it. Why am I not getting it? Okay, there's another one here. I don't know whether it is good or bad. And this one is escaping from my hands. And this is something else. Okay, let me extract this one because I am not getting which the one I'm looking for. But I have 9241 here. So I am going to use this one. I am going to use this 9241. Bottom line is I need 9241. And I have it. Here it is. So since I have replaced that IC, I am also going to replace that interseal. Remember the one which you're looking for is the one of 10 ohms. Okay, in this motherboard I don't see the one which is having 10 ohms, but I think we can go back and try and locate another resistance from another 10 ohm resistor from this motherboard, which I'm not sure whether we are going to get one or not. And it seems like there is none. And I think we got one here. So before I replace it, first we need to test whether it is 10 ohms. Even though I can see it is written 100, but we have to be sure. This is 10 ohms, which is very good. Which is very good. We're also going to replace that. We're also going to have this one. This one is out. So let us replace with this one. Now, since it is soldered, we are going to make sure we are going to test it again to make sure it is still 10 ohm resistor, or by miracle it has changed to 300 like the other one. This one is 10 ohms, which is good. Now, what about the? I don't think we have any other issue except the test. I do not think we have any other issue except the test. However, I don't trust what actually why this line is having 8 ohms. And what actually is going on? And this line is the output for the GPU. Let us just assume. Let us ignore everything is okay. Even though my feeling is telling me everything is not okay. Everything is not okay with that. Let us put reinforcement here. Nice. Nice. So I believe everything is okay. And right now, if those was the only issues, the laptop should power on. Plugged in. Woo! And it is powering on. Can you see the LED? Then I have the orange light. And I can feel the CPU. Am I feeling the CPU? Or it is what? Let us just put it back some few things. The switch, the LED cable, the display cable, and then the fan. Even the screws. I'm not going to put back the screws. Let's also have the speaker. Let's also have the speaker. Speaker is connected. And then what else? I need the fan. I need to put in the fan. Okay. I think we are ready to test. I think we are ready to test. So let us plug in the power. Then see we are going to have anything good for us. Plugged in the LED blinking, which is a good sign. The fan is spinning. And actually, it seems like the laptop is powering on. I can see the two LEDs here. Can you see? Here, which is a good sign. This is a good sign. The fan spin a little bit. So let's wait and see whether we are going to have any display. The fan is spinning. The laptop must restart for a few times, maybe 1, 2, 3 times, because the motherboard was reset. The fan spinning at a very high speed. I can feel the CPU is getting warm. It shut down, powering on for the second time. I see the screen, it became dimmer a little bit. That's a good sign though. When you see a laptop restarting after you disassemble, you remove the battery, you remove everything, fan is spinning, that tells you things are good. We are heading somewhere. The fan is running very fast. I don't know where it's running. Whew! Did you see that? And then you have the display. Wow! I love it. I love it. We saved this laptop. Okay. The laptop is not touch screen. Anyway, okay. Since the laptop is powering on, give me 1 or 2 minutes to assemble it fully, and then we are going to test everything. Give me 1, 2, 3 minutes to do the assembling. As we are doing the assembling, let us check the thermopaste whether they are still fresh. If not, it seems like it will need some servicing. We replace the thermopaste. If it is still fresh, there will be no need. There will be no need. This is an amazing laptop with the graphics. Actually, the thermopaste. Let me just top up a little bit. However, I don't always like topping up the thermopaste, but I think you're going to do it today. But just a little bit, just a little bit here, and then for the GPU. Yes, that is enough. I saw it's no need for me to replace the thermopaste, and then they're still fresh. And the laptop is not overheating. If there was an issue to do with the overheating laptop, we would have replaced it. But since the laptop is good, no need. Everything is okay. It was all about the power problem and that resistor, that interseal, which needed to be replaced. So we've assembled the laptop. It's fully assembled. I want us to test whether it is powering on. I believe the battery is not having any power, so let us plug in the charger and see whether it will charge. Plugged in, you can see the white light, orange light, and the laptop is powering on. Can you see the keyboard backlight? Yes, the laptop is powering on. Let us wait and see whether it will have the display, whether it will be charging, things like that. This was super nice. I believe even you saw how we were able to save this laptop. Very beautiful. I kind of liked it. The fan spinning at very high speed. This laptop is super nice. i7 8 Gen HP Zbook. This a masterpiece. Yeah, this laptop actually is a beast. It normally does a lot of work. If you are in design field, that is maybe you're doing the architectural work, I would recommend you to have a laptop like this one, a Zbook. Yeah, you can see HP Zbook. It is written here, Zbook. It's a good masterpiece. Okay, anyway, I'm not advertising to any company, but I'm just giving out an insight about these laptops. Every laptop is good. It depends on how you take care of it. It depends on how you take care of it. Some people misuse the S and you have the display. That's it. Yeah, you find some people misusing the laptop. You find somebody having a laptop of i3. You have i3, your i3 Intel, and then you're using it to play games. You're gaming with it with only Intel. It doesn't have the GPU. You're leaving your laptop to charge overnight, so that by the time you wake up in the morning, your laptop will be fully charged. Some people left their laptop outside in the sun, to bask in the sun. Okay, anyway, this is interesting. The laptop is good. We are able to save this laptop. So, diagnosing the PC. What I actually want to check is whether the laptop is charging, and then whether the laptop is retaining power when I disconnect the adapter. Yeah, I should have the laptop still maintaining the power from the battery. I suspected the battery was overdrained, and that is why it was not able to power on before without the. And actually, it is maintaining power. You see, after I disconnected the charger, you can see the laptop is still on. It is not touch screen. So let us continue to boot into the Windows. I believe the reason why it was unable to power on with the battery alone before is because the battery was disabled after the motherboard got shorted. That is the only explanation I can get. Yes, and it is loading the Windows. So let's wait and see. And then boom, we have the operating system. It actually went off. I believe this laptop is not having enough power. I believe this laptop is not having enough power to keep running. So let us see. It is charging. Yes, it is charging. We switch it on and it is powering on. Yeah, I believe the battery is too much drained, extremely drained. That's why it's not even holding power for a little bit. So let us see whether it is charging. Mm-hmm. And I told you it is not having enough power. It is at 1%. Yeah, it is showing 1% there. Can you see where there is my cursor? Can you see there? And the laptop is charging. We are going to leave it to charge for some time, and then we are going to tell the customer the laptop is okay. Thank you so much, guys. I believe you enjoyed repairing this laptop with me, which I really appreciate your patience. And please, in case you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe, share with your friends, and give us some comments. Yeah. If you're interested in learning about the laptop repairs, we also do other courses on laptop repairs. Please don't hesitate if you're interested in learning. And if you have a laptop which is having issues, you can also send it to us. We fix it for you and we send it back to you. Thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.